the State House budget, it says here 123 million to buy catering equipment and materials. I don't know. Did they throw away the one they did last year? They spent 94 million last year to buy catering equipment. They're coming back again to buy another catering equipment. What are they doing in that State House that they're always buying catering equipment? I don't know. Something in the State House budget is even very, very funny. They have welfare for 209 million, honorarium and sitting allowance for 556 million. And we want to ask, if you're going to spend 765 million for honorarium and welfare, is that a university where they're paying people to come and sit there? I thought that is a State House. I don't understand this type of provision that is in there. So we must also ask ourselves, for those in that State House who were claiming that we in this National Assembly were buying vehicles, there's a provision for almost how many? 5 BMW cars, and they say we don't need vehicle, but they are buying for themselves. What are they doing with it? Of course, 5 Toyota Land Cruisers, that same place, and we're going around and asking. They're also buying computers and equipment, and we want to ask every year, this our budget will come with computers. Now we have more than 200 million for computers. All computers, what are they doing with the computers? The one they bought last year, did they throw them away? And so that's why I said that the more things change, the more they look the same. And we want to know who is leading who here. And that's why I'm asking, Mr. Leader, I have seen your every good thing that you have written here. And you have to come back to come and tell Nigerians, this thing that you have written here, that this budget is designed to stimulate. How are you going to stimulate by driving away private sector? You want to borrow 30% of this budget. Who will lend this money to you? And if there's no borrowing, that means that no, this budget will not also be implemented. And so we now come down to the fact of implementation. Of course, if you're unable to get any money, how are you going to implement? And then we're going to end up again coming back next year saying the same thing. And so, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I've said again, and let me reiterate, I have seen nothing new in this budget. I have seen exactly the same thing that was happening last year. Thank you.
15.4 million people can bring in a government, and only for the government to be dominated by 2 people or 3 people. Why are the men of Nigeria? Why are the Nigerian men? What are you doing? Instead of them to come together and fight them, they kept visiting them one after the other, licking their shoes. I'm sorry to use that word.
The infamous cabal continues on a clear path to sideline the Chief of Staff to the President, Abba Kyari, in the latest move by the National Security Advisor, General Babangida Munguno's directive to service chiefs to desist from holding security meetings with Kyari. Roots TV had reported that the President's Chief of Staff had fallen out with the influential nephew of the President, Maman Daura, and his ally, Asa Funtua, with the genesis of the rift reportedly from the rejection of ministerial nominees from Maman and Funtua by Kyari. In a memo dated 9 December 2019, the security advisor, without mincing words, attributed the reversals in security to inconsistencies in letters from the Chief of Staff as against the verbal directive given by President Muhammadu Buhari. References A and B were sent in response to the request for presidential intervention to sustain internal security operations of the police within the shortest possible time. However, the contents of the 2 references were in variance with Mr. President's verbal directives. Consequently, ONSA scrutinized the document further and sought clarification from Mr. President, who has directed that reference B be disregarded by all parties as it was sent without his endorsement. The National Security Advisor reminded the security chiefs, including the Inspector General of Police and the Director General of the Department of State Security Services, to desist from holding security meetings with the President's Chief of Staff, Abba Kyari, as he has no power other than to convey the President's written directive. Similarly, You're reminded that the Chief of Staff to the President is not a presiding head of security. Neither is he sworn to an oath to defending the country. As such, unprofessional practices such as presiding over meetings with service chiefs and head of security organizations, as well as ambassadors and high commissioners to the exclusion of the NSA and or supervising ministers, are a violation of the Constitution and directly undermine the authority of Mr. President. Such acts and continuous meddlesomeness by the Chief of Staff have not only ruptured our security and defense efforts, but have slowed down any meaningful gain that Mr. President has sought to achieve. The letter was written with clear approval from the President when Munguno warned that, pursuant to the foregoing, you are by this letter directed to desist from these illegal acts that serve nothing but the continuous undermining of our national security framework. Any breach of this directive will attract the displeasure of Mr. President.
Our votes were 15-point-something million last election, and after that only for us to be dominated by two people that hinders a collective teamwork that we have started, which is totally unacceptable.
Wannan ya nuna demokradiyya ta kenan, wato kowa ma na iya faɗin abin da ya ga dama, amma ai magana daban su faɗi abin da kabar din suka zo suka shirya suka tilasta ni nayi su faɗi abu ɗaya.
The move by the Chief of Staff to the President and the ministerial nominees was retaliated by Maman Daura and Issa Funtua by ousting Abakiari in the controversial Keystone Bank takeover deal, where Issa Funtua allegedly used his son-in-law in Amcom to buy its bad debt and purchase the bank for a paltry 25 billion naira. President Buhari's questioning of Kyari as the official middleman at the ministerial inauguration, directing that all correspondence pass through Kyari, relegating Maman Daura and Issa Funtua to Kyari's mercy, did not help the rift between the once close-knit bunch. We didn't seem to understand the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, when she tried to describe the powers that the cabal wields. One resultant relegation of the second most important citizen in the country gave us a glimpse of how far the group can go. The cabal, whilst reportedly seeking Buhari's replacement for 2023, has decided to add relegating the Chief of Staff to its to-do list. While the cabal is kept busy in its politicking, the nation has been at the mercy of Boko Haram, herdsmen militia, bandits and kidnappers alike. On a daily basis, destinies are cut short and loved ones are left to mourn as the country is overtaken by insecurity. The terrorists are getting bolder, farmers cannot leave their homes to their farms, commuters cannot ply major roads or rail, ransom is paid daily and mass burials held too often. The call for the resignation of the service chiefs whose tenure have expired in the face of glaring incompetence has fallen on deaf ears. Rather, what we see is the National Security Advisor dishing out directives and, like its Commander-in-Chief, apportioning blames where they have failed. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana has revealed that he'll be taking the president to court to prevent him from extending the tenure of the security chiefs who should have retired. While Nigerians die daily, the National Security Advisor Babagana Munguno and the Chief of Army Staff Tuku Buratai continue in an embarrassing feud. Recent reports have suggested that a crisis between the two top security chiefs heightened when the army chief allegedly removed senior army officers from the office of the NSA without sending replacements. The NSA, who has not been formally reinstated, just like any other political appointees of the president since his second term, is also reported to be at loggerheads with other security chiefs. With the latest blame game within the security apparatus of the country and the continuous power play of the cabal to the detriment of Nigerians.
Hey, oh God. I can ekwu na isi na akụkọ Ebola wee pụta a wee burukwa onwe amakpuo na coronavirus. Ngwa negodo Nigeria na-enweghị ike fight with Boko Haram. Nigeria na-enweghị ike fight with herdsmen. Nigeria na-enweghị ike fight with Fulani herdsmen na ndị otu ka coronavirus na-abịa holidays. Look at. Mana genti ma agwaghị coronavirus, maazi coronavirus, genti ebatago Nigeria bụ na ebatago Nigeria. Before pụọ Nigeria, before isi na Nigeria pụọ, maazi coronavirus. Ihe na-achị gwa gị na bụ buru ozu onwe gị now. Were ọsọ were ije jebe Aso Rock. Oto na tabara afụfụ. Coronavirus, I am talking to you, coronavirus. Gị bụ ọrịa. Ma onye butere ebute, ma ọrịa na onwe. Tupu isi Nigeria pụọ, were ọsọ were ije gaba Abuja, gaba Aso Rock. Ịmara ndị niile Badleaders niile ma site n'onye isi ndị amị, site n'onye isi ndị polisi, site n'onye isi ala anyị a na-achị obodo a sị na ọ chụgburu onwe, si na ha ncha niile emechaa ha ncha niile effect ka a mara ya esi na tụrụ coronavirus wipụọ bad leaders niile. Coronavirus ijecha Abuja bata gbadataba ala Igbo na ihe karịrị akarị. Ịgbadata ala Igbo sọ ndị nchọka ikpochapụrụ m bụ ndị niile asị na Biafra ama aga n'ihu, ndị sabotage niile. Gọvanọ ọbụla si na Biafra ama aga n'ihu, ndị na-agba Biafra mgbe okpuru si n'azụ kpochara ha ncha niile gaba, kpochapụ ha ncha niile. Ndị na-eri egbe eri akụ na-eri aka azụ ekwute okwu maka Biafra nwere onwe, esi n'azụ dara ego na-aza ndị ka mma saa. Look at what is happening in Imo State. Hope Uzodimma echetara mmadụ na-aza afa ọza afa na afọ ọ na-aza eyihe omume hope. Mgbe ihe bụ hope n'ọnụ Igbo olileanya. Na-agwagodi m kedu olileanya ndị Imo Steeti nwere ebe ị nọ, ebe iji bụrụ onye isi ndị imam na onye isi ndị okpukperechi ndị Islam bubata n'obodo gị. Ịma na ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo bụ anyị bịa anyị na-ala ka ịgbara ndị anyị ka mma odibo, anyị na-agbara ha odibo, ndị bụ ala ma jiri ka ị na-agbara odibo, ihe na-ahịa eme unu ihe niile na-eme ọ baghị unu ntị. And the worst thing bụ unu gbachara ha odibo, ha were unu gwọọ ọjị, were unu gwọọ abacha. Ndagoro onye isi ndị PDP Olisametụ efu na anwụrụ gị na pịacha enye 7 years, onye kunite apịatuo enye. Ihe na-abụ ndị niile nemesis na-abịa, ndị niile na-fight against Biafra, because Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ekwugo onye ọbụla na-achọghị olileanya obodo a in one way or the other, that arụsị a na-akpọ Igbo, because Igbo bụ a great deity, Biafra is a great deity. Onye ọbụla na-fight Biafra for his own personal interest, Chineke esi ntụ a na-apịa ha ụtarị ndị mmụọ one by one. Esi m na-epụta coronavirus biko ana m ayọ gị ayọ wipe ọrụ anyị our leaders. Anyị maka anyị na-akpọ leaders of tomorrow. Mgbe anyị nwụọrọ cha isi awọ ka nka ka anyị aza leaders of tomorrow. Hausa bata n'ọka ngwadeziere anya na ya ndị na-asaachị, ndị stop and search nọ na airport, unu enweghị ike stop common onye bụ coronavirus flight all the way from Milan, Italy, land ya Nigeria. Unu akwụsị uwe na airport, unu enweghị disinfectant, ihe eji agba mmadụ n'ihu ka ọ ghara ibute ọrịa, ka o nwee ike escape with the coronavirus. Unu enwudewu the person na airport, ọ gagide chachacha ihe niile ọ gara before wee bezie detect uwe. Unu bụ ndị arụ ndị idiot ka unu chabụ. Mana ọ bụ na common ka mmadụ buchara one bell ọgwụ afia oye jire na Brazil we zara odogwu, unu ablọk ya na airport. Mmadụ buchara obere ọgwụ ka o jee ihe dịka Indonesia ree ọgwụ ịma na ọ bụghị ohi, unu ablọk ya na airport so na obu drọg na obu cocaine. Sọsọ nke a ka unu ya agba amanye ịblọk ụmụaka Igbo, ụmụazị na-azọ onwe ha. Common na mmadụ jere cyber cafe ka o jee bechara obere browsing, chekie ịntanetị ma na nwere ndị kwụrụ ụgwọ, unu ablọkụ ha na ha bụ ndị fraud, na ha bụ ndị yahoo. Ya na-abụ yahoo ke ndị bụrụ highest yahoo n'ụwa, ọkwarị ndị ọcha bụ yahoo. Ihe a bụ ego anyị, afụfụ anyị tara ata na slave trade kpọrọ ụmụ anyị na-ere ere na ihe na ha mere kind of humiliation na mere anyị during the war, ka anyị na-agbara ụbọ enwude ụmụazị ka ha na-emechara obere yahoo, emegharịrị aka na cyber cafe azụ na yahoo enwe ha gbuo. Mana ele common virus ofu onye sọsọ ofu onye batara Nigeria, ọ na-agba gara ofu onye batara Nigeria na-agba gburugburu. Unu afight uwe. Ihe na-enye m obi aṅụrị taa bụ na coronavirus abụrụ maka ụmụ Chineke 1, coronavirus abụrụ maka ụmụ Biafra 2, coronavirus abụrụ maka ndị aka ha kwụ ọtọ, mana coronavirus bụ maka ndị awa Badleaders. Ọgwụ unu mere ala ọbata airport, nsogbu adịghị na bụ unu ka ọ na-abịa direct. Ọ bụ na coronavirus egbucha ha awa Badleaders ọ mapụ Nigeria. Before coronavirus esi obodo a pụọ, our leaders ndị ọjọọ, we have good leaders, so I did not say that we don't have good ones. We have good ones, but what I'm saying is our bad leaders, ndị egbe eri akụ, ọsọ ya bụrụ ofu nne m ofu nna m, ị na-support evil, na-support ka Biafra ghara ịga n'ihu n'eghi ndị coronavirus. That's all. Chicken now.
Sir, soldiers are ready to hear from you. Thank you. Soldiers, turn the page. Sit down, stand this.